Gerald S. is grossly delusional and thought disordered. He is currently on the following medications: haloperidol, 32 milligrams daily; benztropine B, 4 milligrams daily.
I'm doing so hot, I think and feel as though people have called me here to electrocute me, judge me, put me in jail, or kill me, electrocute me because of some of the sins I've been in.
Is this a new feeling for you?
The main thing is don't get excited, but the thing is it's not a new feeling, no. I'm scared of people.
Must be very frightening for you, though. You feel like you're about to get killed.
I'm so scared I can tell you that picture's got a headache.
Can you tell me more about that? The picture has a headache? Could you?
You want to know?
Yes, I do.
Okay, when a sperm and an egg go together to make a baby, only one sperm goes up in the egg. And when they touch, there's 2 contact points that touch before any other 2. And then it's carried up into the egg. And when they fuse, it's like nuclear fusion, except it's human fusion. There's a mass loss of the proton. One heat abstraction goes up in the electron, spins around, comes back down into the proton to form the mind, and the mind can be reduced to 1 atom.
Jerry, in one patient at one time, shows almost every one of the major features of schizophrenia. His thinking is disorganized. The thoughts are loosely connected. He has formed delusional ideas. Some of those delusions are grandiose. Some of them are paranoid. He has disturbances in his mood. His mood is, in some cases, almost absent, and in other cases is totally inappropriate. And his behavior is disordered. It's unusual. He has mannerisms that are inexplicable. He has purposeless, aimless behavior around the ward. He's a textbook case. He combines all those things in one person.
At this point, what would you like us to do for you?
I'd like you to get me off of cigarettes, get me dried out, cleaned up, so I can go home and get a job in a bakery and go to medical school.
Jerry's voices may at times say, "You raped that woman." In a case where he may have just seen a woman on the street, the voices will accuse him of assaulting her. One of the things that worries me about Jerry and about many patients is at times his voices tell him to do things. In just the short time he's been in this program, the voices at times have told him that he's got to leave because we're going to hurt him. So obviously they say things that greatly distress him, that scare him.
It's nice to see you.
Dr. Bigelow's the
Please come in
clinical
and sit
director.
down. Well, thank you for coming down.
Dr. Bigelow?
Good morning. How are you?
About to get my teeth knocked out, I feel like. Because I'm nagging people. I'm playing a game with my psychological pain, but it exists.
I know it does, Jerry. That's why you're here, isn't it? To see if we can help you with it.
Jerry, I think the big question today is if you stay. And when you and I met with Dr. Bigelow on Friday, that wasn't very certain, and that's the whole reason that your mother flew out here.
I will stay if my mom stays.
Well, I told you before that I can't stay continuously.
Well, how does that work?
We can come down maybe once every 6 weeks and stay a week, but I can't.
See what I'm doing right now? I understand what I'm doing. I've got you one down and I'm not going to let you up. And that's a game. That just gets you mad.
Truly, deep down, he knows that this is the last chance he's got of having anything and being able to control anything that he wants or tries to do.
Yeah, I can
And he
believe
knows
in
that if he turns his back on it, that he's had it.
I hate you. Dr. Petrelli in Detroit looked at my transcripts and he started going like this. Gerald, just what could you have done if anything had ever went right for you? Been my boss?
Can I interrupt you a minute? If
Every time in school that I was going to do something, I would raise my hand and a colored kid would stab me in the back of the neck. What is your explanation for that, God? That's what you're afraid to say. What is your explanation for that? Because you can't say it.
My explanation is that you feel that whatever decision you make, you're going to lose here. And maybe that's why it's so hard for you to make that decision.
My dad told me to stay here. I will stay if my mother will stay. There's no pressing job for her. She can have my Social Security check to live on while she's here.
Is that possible, Mrs. Smith?
I told him that we could come down once a month maybe and
You're going
stay
to
a
get me
week.
not scared, so I'm not scared. Well, this dude's playing boogie-woogie with me.
But Jerry, listen a minute. You mean that you can't stay away once a month? Let us come once a month and see you?
I mean, in walked this one old dude with green teeth, and I couldn't think of nothing to do, so I just reached out and kicked old green teeth right in the knee.
Your mom asked you a
Yeah.
question.
Jerry,
If I'm not scared, I won't kill
Jerry, it's
you.
important that you listen to me for a minute.
Why, you gonna tell
If
me
you go
Dad's
back,
dead?
if you go back, no, if you go back,
You gonna tell me Snoopy's dead?
You had better listen. Don't think of something else while I'm talking to you. Listen to what I'm
I'm not
saying.
talking to you at all.
Okay, if you go back, you may wind up in a hospital that I won't even get to come and see you once a month.
You are not my...
Do you understand me?
Do you realize this is my mother and I'm trying to keep her alive? Now, what do you recommend, doctor?
I recommend you give her a chance and listen to her.
Don't you think it would be better that you stay here on your own?
No.
Where you signed yourself in?
I don't.
Jerry, I think that you're
You don't
confused
know
enough about and frightened enough that I'd be afraid you would hurt yourself if you weren't in the hospital.
what... Okay, now, you are afraid that I would hurt myself if I wasn't in a hospital. Now, why is that? Because you're
Because
not
of what you
afraid?
said.
Because you're not afraid?
No, from what you said.
I think my dad can treat me very nicely.
Well, I understand that your dad wants you and knows that you have to be in a hospital for that.
I can't see why you can't stay and participate in on good terms without...
Because I was raped going to kindergarten about 5 times.
Well,
and
that was a few years
Okay, let
ago.
me give it to you a different way. How long has it been since I dreamed I was there in hillbilly heaven? Or how long has it been since Town Without Pity for rape? Or how long has it been since The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance?
My first impression of his family was the one I have in a lot of these cases, and that's that they're like a group of people that have been struck by lightning. Their son has developed a terrible illness, has been through lots of treatment, and has not gotten much better. And they feel devastated.